We all love gaming. Well, at least the gamers, but there is always a few things that is just stupid that the devs keep missing in their games, even though it clearly ruins the experience altogether. Sometimes they just lack the knowledge, and sometimes they just want to see the world burn. Whenever you think about gaming, you might think about a world to escape from the real world. Some might think of a great story, or some awesome gameplay that just drags you in. But again, there are a few things that pulls me out of the experience. So here's a few things that I hate about gaming. Hold to aim down sights. One of the small issues I have that ruins games for me is hold to ADS without having an option to change. I've had to obtain a macro that toggles my right click, which in itself is annoying, because I manually need to turn it off right after I play the game that doesn't have a toggle ADS, which can cause issues later on. The fact that I've stupidly named it Toggle Aim Fallout 4 on my desktop doesn't make it look any better either. But yeah, I assure you, it's short for Toggle Aim Down Sights. Abandoned Ranked. When playing competitive style games where skill is a big part of what makes a game fun, I really dislike it when casual matches are way more popular than ranked. In my opinion, it makes the game worthless, and I would just waste my time. Even if just casual shooting is fun, I prefer to get a badge for my advances and not just frags on the scoreboard. But that makes it all more annoying is, like, for example, Paladins, where the game is practically built around skill and tactics, and the amount of people playing ranked is laughable. So no matter how much fun I have, I just don't feel rewarded by just playing casual. Since CSGO came out, and when I didn't do missions for rewards, I just played competitive. Because again, community servers does nothing towards that itch that is a glorious rank to show myself that I actually can accomplish something within that game. Sure, games that aren't based on ranked play can be fun, but then it's all about the messy fun and not about the frags. Motion blur. When you play a game and move around, you want everything to be visually pleasing, but you also want proper vision even when moving around. So motion blur is that other thing I always disable. I just can't stand it. But at least that usually has an off switch. But again, why include something that no one ever wants to use? Unless it's a casual player who doesn't understand the downside to it. Casuals. I don't say casuals shouldn't play games, but sometimes they can ruin the experience in a competitive environment, especially in games where the skill ceiling is high. They do the mistake to jump into games without the proper knowledge or skill and just get a rank randomly based on how lucky they are with teammates. For example, if a casual goes into CSGO and after the 10 matches everything this person has done against different types of ranks weigh in, but also the outcome of the matches. If all 10 are won, the rank will most likely be higher than what this player should have. So the issue here becomes, a person that lacks knowledge and only runs and guns will infiltrate someone actually trying to rank up. What happens then? Well, it's essentially 4 versus 5 at this point, and if someone in the other team is really good, then your match is almost always a loss. In Rocket League, this is even more the case. If I'm in a specific rank where people have a high skill and some random kids gets into the lobby based on not ranked yet, I will most likely lose because it's a team game where every person counts. You can carry a match, but only if your rank outplays the enemy team. In this case, I would need to be able to pull off some insane focused aerials, which for those who don't know, is when you catch the ball up in the air or even dribble it in the air, and such things. Lacking one player in Rocket League is awful, because one capable player is very valuable. So if someone ever calls you a filthy casual or anything of that sort, understand that they are referring to the way you play. Because casuals always come off as not as focused, interested, or determined to win. Toxicity. When someone keeps whining on other players for not doing something when they are themselves fully capable of doing it, but just want to score for themselves. That is when it becomes annoying. People who are so entitled to their own opinion of themselves to the point where they assume they are carrying the team, and no one else is doing anything. Sure, we have probably all felt this way, but that isn't the issue here. It's the way we deal with it. Toxicity stems from the word itself, I guess. Negativity is toxic. Not the gaming related term in itself, but the meaning of the word toxic. It spreads like toxic gas, like a virus. It infects others eventually. Someone who takes enough whining will then start whining too, ruining even more people's fun just because it just seems like everyone else does it, so it's just normal. I've met my fair share of toxic players and had success and failures in dealing with them properly. What I mean by this is to try and calm them down, so that negativity won't ruin the match for us. Because as soon as someone gets mad, the game is lost. It's harder to focus on the match when something else lives in your brain rent-free. But also, the teammates will lose their motivation as soon as someone starts complaining. But nothing works for everyone when it comes to calming them down. So either just mute or tell them something they want to hear. Something positive. Give them the lead role and they might be happy. Or you take over the lead and with a positive attitude try to guide your team to a win. Might work. Might fail. It all depends on your own skill in leading, to be honest. But yeah, these are a few things that I hate about gaming, but it's there, and we can't do too much about it at this point. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and if you enjoy my content, you can always subscribe and hit the bell to help me out. If you're already subscribed, tell a friend about me. If you think they might be interested in my shenanigans, then maybe they will enjoy it. Thanks for watching. I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!